Hey YouTube, how's it going? I thought I would document my experience. So where I'm at here in Edgerton, Kansas is a place that I've been to before. And once I saw the address or the customer name, I thought, you know what, I think there was something screwy about this place. I think last time I went to the address that the bill said, but the warehouse is actually like a couple of feet down. So you type in the address that's on the bills, and yes, I checked the bills this time, and my Garmin didn't recognize that number. In other words, it's going to take me close to the area, but not, it gave me a number close to it, but it didn't take me all the way there. So, of course I got the Qualcomm, and I was relying on it, but we all know that you don't want to rely 100% on one GPS. Customer wasn't answering the phone. So, Google Earth or Google Maps, I put that in there, and it gave me two options. I can get off. The Qualcomm was telling me to get off exit 205 and then run a couple of miles on the side roads to get to this place. Well, Google's like, hey, exit 207, take a left and lefter there. Well, it turns out when you go all the way up to exit 207 and take a left, you can't take a left there because it says no trucks. So the Qualcomm was right. It was taking me the truck route. Now, mind you, this is out in the middle of the open, and there's a big rail yard, BNSF rail yard down the road, and there's a lot of warehouses here. But the way that Google was having me come in was more direct, but it was through the back roads, which big sign said no trucks. So now I'm on a road. At least it said truck route, and now I'm trying to find a place to turn around. Now, knowing that this place was screwed up, I left early. I was only 30 miles away and my appointment's at 7 o'clock. And I knew that, if it's messed up, let's give ourselves an hour and a half. So, and that became a good thing. So now I'm lost, technically. Now I'm using Google Maps as kind of an overhead of where I'm at. I come up on this convenience store and I see a yard truck in there and a larger tow truck in there. I was like, well, I might be able to turn around in that convenience store parking lot. And I'm glad I didn't go in there because I don't think it was as easy as it I originally perceived. But I did have to go down two side roads, and that made me nervous. Now, the purpose of this video is that if you're new starting out, and I know there's some people going through CDL school, people that just started becoming truck drivers that watch my videos. And this is kind of the important part. This is for you guys, or for anybody actually. When you get lost, number one, don't panic. Number two, now you got to be extra vigilant on your surroundings. Make sure you're not going to hit any you gotta look at your clearance, look at the wires, look at the bridges, and before you decide a parking lot to turn around, look at the entrance and the exit. Make sure that it's wide enough to get you in and out. The parking lot might be plenty big, but the entrance may not. If you can, use Google Maps to kind of give you an overview of the area. But if not, just be aware of your surroundings. Don't panic. That's the thing. If you come up on a bridge that's 12.7 or under 13.6, just set the brakes and put your four-ways on and just kind of take a deep breath and figure out what you need to do. And if you have to call the police to help you get out of there, then do so. I've heard of stories of guys coming up on bridges and it's a busy intersection and they can't go further, so they have to call the cops, and basically the cops stop traffic so you can get turned around. So, out here in Kansas, I'm not too worried about those kind of things, but I'm still looking out for it. So I've barely got turned around. I went down a side road on this new subdivision that was just being built. I just had to make sure I didn't hit the curb, and there was a fire hydrant I had to clear, but we did all right. But part of the Garmin, it's telling me that the road that this place is on is not a truck route. And what it is, it's detecting the place that I couldn't go on originally, but where I'm at, it's okay because it's an industrial area. So the worst part about all of it, it's dark out here. There's hardly any street lights, and that's where the GPS has come in handy, because like the Garmin, I had it, basically I turned off the mapping on that. I just had it on Follow Me. And when you do that, you can still read the street signs and the street names. I'm using Google Maps as kind of an overview. Meanwhile, the Qualcomm took me right there. It took me right where I needed to be. However, it's like a group of like 4 industrial buildings, and they all look the same. There's no signs that are like prominent. And so luckily there was 2 guys that were coming out to a trailer, and I walked by them and I was like, hey, I'm looking for this and this. And they're like, oh yeah, it's the other side of the building. You're good. So the important part is if you get lost, don't panic. Be aware of all your surroundings. You watch for power lines, watch your curbs. Make sure that your truck can go in wherever you need it to go. And not every parking lot is truck friendly. You gotta be careful of parking lots that have islands and curbs and trees. And church parking lots are notorious for being big enough with no obstacles inside the parking lot, but they're notorious for having a small way in and small way out. So with that being said, thank you for watching. I hope this helps somebody, but the important part is don't panic, don't freak out. Everybody, if you remember, you can search it, but there's an infamous video of a USA driver completely freaking out, and he basically tears the crap out of his truck, and all he had to do in the video was back up about 20 feet, and he could have turned around because he was coming up on a low bridge. It's an infamous video. If you follow Twisted Truckers, you've probably seen it. But thanks for watching, everybody, and I hope this helps. And have a good day and be safe, and don't panic. See you.